give you a stat that some of you may have heard before, which is that in 2015, the online video market is $7.8 billion. And what surprised me is that it's projected that 30% of that will be programmatic. Now, 3 years ago, in 2012, at our AppNexus Summit in San Francisco, I was very excited to come on stage and announce that AppNexus would not be making investments in video. And I think I was booed. It's one of the few times I've actually been booed at one of these things. And client after client came up afterwards and said, why? And it was very, very clear to me that given the incredible growth of the programmatic business, that we could not be extraordinary in display, mobile, and video with the team that we had. And so we had to make a hard choice. And our belief was that mobile was more important to our business and to the ecosystem than video. Mobile is existential. Video was exciting. And so we made the difficult decision to build our mobile platform first. Once we finished that, about 18 months ago, we began to invest in video. And here to talk a bit more about what AppNexus is doing in video is Eric Hoffert, who joined us a few weeks ago as Senior Vice President of Video Technology. Eric's incredible career started at Apple, where he was one of the co-founders of QuickTime. He's worked at Spotify, launching Spotify Video, and most recently at JW Player, where he's worked in the online video space. And Eric, if you'll come join us. The fun fact about Eric is he's been in a band for a really long time, a CTO band, try to imagine, and you can find him on YouTube with some of his videos from when he was a kid. Eric, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. It's great to be here, and I'm really excited to be at AppNexus to work on video. For those of you who don't know, I've been here, I think, 29 days. So my talk today is going to be about why I joined AppNexus. So the first reason is, in many ways, working at AppNexus is a technologist's dream. A high-scale, low-latency computing engine where every millisecond counts, that has few, if any, rivals. An open platform built by hundreds of great engineers, a number of whom you heard from yesterday at the Optimize conference, for those of you who are here, that allows innovation to thrive from customers, developers, and partners. And that's in contrast to a few large walled gardens. And then there's Brian, a CEO who leads the business. He's also a coder and an inventor. And as I understand it, he's written about 30% of the core code of the platform from the start of the company. He's named as an inventor on a number of the foundation patents. And as a digital media technologist, to me, inventor and coder, or at times coder, I think that's really cool, and I deeply respect that. So that's the first reason why I joined the company. The next reason, which relates a bit more to my background you just heard about, is what I think is a really interesting opportunity for the industry at large and for AppNexus in particular, which is creating a better video internet. So those of you may not know, but AppNexus has a very broad and ambitious goal to create a better internet, which I think is a really compelling and exciting goal for the company that can last a long time. But if you take a step back and you think about it, during the evening hours, about 2/3 of IP traffic is video streams. And those are streams coming from Netflix, YouTube, Amazon, Hulu, and literally millions of small, medium, and large video publishers outside of those subscription services and user-generated content. So when you think about creating a better internet, it's clear that an important sub-goal of that is actually creating a better video internet. So I'd like to talk to you about what that means and why it matters, starting with speed. So consumer internet broadband connections, in particular in the US, but elsewhere, have increased in speed by about a factor of 10 over the last 5 years. In particular, a lot of people have been upgrading from 2 or 3 megabits per second up to, let's say, 30 megabits per second for their broadband connection. And in conjunction with that, we're hearing pundits say, and I think it's actually true, that we're in a golden age of video, golden age of internet video. There's tremendous amounts of great content moving onto the web, coming online. And it's an exciting time from that perspective, combined with the speed of the faster connections. However, if you look at video ad load times, they're moving in the opposite direction. It's kind of counterintuitive. But we've heard anecdotal reports from customers that video ad load times can take 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, even 20 seconds. And this is crazy, especially given where we are at this exciting time with video. Even more striking is a study done at the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, which was conducted in collaboration in 2012 with Akamai. And what they found is that for every second of video delay that you have, you lose 6% of your viewers. And for short-form video, in contrast to the longer-form content of Netflix and others, which comprises actually most of the video content on the open web, it's even more intense. After 10 seconds, you lose 50% of your viewers. After 20 seconds, you lose 80% of your viewers. And this could be just for a video ad that is a pre-roll before a video content stream that you want to watch. Imagine how many users you're going to lose when you actually get to the content. So our view is that this is unacceptable. We need to fix it. We need to make it better. It's part of a better video internet. And we'd like to do what we call breaking the video speed barrier to address this topic. Another key topic is personalization and the relevance factor for video. I hope you like the cats. Cats are always critical for internet video. So if you're a young teenage boy and you want to buy a new snowboard, don't show me an ad for financial services. I want to see a full-screen video for my favorite snowboard on my favorite slope. Make it meaningful to me. And if I'm a young woman and I want to travel to Thailand, don't show me cut-rate flights to Chicago. Let me see an immersive panoramic video with even greater resolution that shows me a great place to go to in Thailand. And I think we're becoming accustomed to the personalization of video with Netflix and shopping with Amazon. And on the open web, we need to do a better job at bringing a degree of personalization and relevance to video advertising to really win over users and make great use of media buys. And then there's ad units. So the pre-roll, I think, will continue to play a very central role in video advertising and monetization. There's no doubt it's a canonical and kind of iconic part of the landscape. That being said, we can challenge ourselves to do better with creative video ad units. I have a few examples here from the IAB's Rising Stars video ad units. And you're seeing, in this particular example, something called a film strip ad unit, which at the bottom you'll see has a color chooser. And the idea is you could choose the color of your car as it speeds down the street. Another example from their ad units are an ad control bar, which allows you to share your video ad, let's say, to Twitter or Facebook. Maybe look at a map of where the ad was actually shot, if you're interested in the location, or where you could buy the products associated with the ad. And then there's something called the time sync ad unit, which allows you to sync the action in the main screen to a companion banner, so that the companion banner has a timeline. So if you're seeing your favorite actors in a variety of different scenes in a movie and you want to buy all the clothes that they have, this is your chance. And if you're a publisher, if you have a really large video player, and I've been looking at video players now for 25 years, and you have it on the screen, and it's central, it's being viewed, it's having high completion rates, you should be rewarded. And we've talked to publishers lately who are telling us in some cases they're not getting the premium, or what I would call golden CPMs, where you can get $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 if you really have prime space on the web for your video content, that the way that they should, and one of the reasons is viewability and video viewability. And you've heard earlier today about Alenti and the acquisition of viewability. Well, it turns out that to create a better video internet, video viewability is important for publishers to get recognized for the value they bring, and for advertisers to verify and make sure that they're actually getting that value. And then there's cost. I like this video. So for cost, we're interested in bursting the video cost bubble. And by that, what we mean is bringing more revenue to video publishers, and for advertisers, giving them more impressions for the same spend they might have elsewhere, and taking out intermediaries and inefficiencies really in the video chain between advertisers and publishers. I think because of the AppNexus scale, there's a great chance to do that here. So I think that's an exciting opportunity. And I come from Spotify, where it was a hot topic about rewarding musical artists, which, as Brian mentioned, actually, I have a background as a musician and being in a band. And I think a lot of the statements that have been made is as you get to greater scale, you can really solve that problem for music, which I think is true. And I think with what we're doing at AppNexus, we have an opportunity to do that as well. So take a look at this truck. It looks a little unstable. And I don't know if any of you would like to be driving behind it. I wouldn't. And how many of you have seen the Mad Max movie? Okay, it wouldn't stand up well in the Mad Max series of movies. And I think I heard from a customer last week that they're tired of working in umpteen different applications and interfaces for managing their ad operations, including video. And I don't know how big a number umpteen is as a computer science guy, but it sounded very large. And this is a problem we want to fix. You heard earlier today the discussion around full stack. And so, mobile server, video server, display server, SSP, DSP, analytics, reporting, forecasting. These are very often different applications and interfaces, which I think makes it hard for marketers and advertisers to be able to manage all of this complexity. So the third reason I joined the company relates to that, which is just the opportunity to work on full stack. And for me as a technologist, working at QuickTime, we had an opportunity at Apple to build a full video stack, going from video content authoring through to video playback. At Spotify, there was a similar opportunity with the ingestion of music, encryption, compression, transcoding, storage, distribution, and then getting a fun experience into a consumer's pocket on their mobile phone. At AppNexus, I think there's an analogous B2B kind of opportunity to build out this full stack where video can be a first-class citizen along with the other media types that we're talking about. And that includes programmatic direct and RTB. It includes greater functionality for video buying, selling, reporting, all in one place as examples. So I think there's a great opportunity in that arena. So just to wrap up on this piece, breaking the video speed barrier, bursting the video cost bubble, and coming up with a much more integrated way for people to manage the dashboard of monetization. These are all, I think, really exciting reasons to be here. And now I'm going to ask you to bear with me and indulge me on taking a little bit of a risk. I'd like to share something with you that I built personally earlier this year, just for fun. It was a side project for me. And it's a video search engine. And I did it as kind of a personal hack project. And the reason I built it is I've actually been looking at video search results for 20 years. I worked on one in 1996. And we've been seeing the same kind of video search results for a long time, where you see a set of video thumbnails, you see a static set of text descriptions, and we still see this from the largest video search engines in the world today. And I just thought to myself, we're coming up in an era of OTT and set-top boxes. And where more people are more people are enjoying video in the living room. And then, of course, there's also the mobile device. And these two devices don't lend themselves as well to that kind of user experience for searching and looking at the results of video content. So I challenged myself. I said, can you build a video search engine where you would show the results of the video as a video? So if we could cut to the demo screen, please. What you're seeing is what I built. And let me explain it. The keyword that was typed in for this particular example is swimming. And the video search engine allows you to specify the number of seconds that you're pulling from each video in this video search result set. In this case, it's set to 3 seconds. And it currently is just limited to looking at 25 different videos. But what's happening here, just so you're clear, you're not seeing a single video that's been built and then you're viewing it. You're watching 25 different video streams, in this case, coming from different servers across the web that are putting this together in real time. And earlier I was talking about the video ad latency problem that we want to help solve for the industry. And let's do another example. I've just typed in a search for advertising, which seems appropriate given the subject matter of this conference. So that's what you're seeing here. And just for fun, I'm going to ask, actually, you guys to give me a third keyword to try. I would only ask that you pick a commonly used word that isn't too obscure, that's in English. And I'll give it a try just to prove to you that this demo is real. Just go ahead and call out a few things. What else? OK. Let's try cat. That seems to be a common theme. I have a LinkedIn recommendation, actually, from someone I worked with at Apple and Spotify and at Viacom. And he says you have to thank Eric for all the cat videos, because he was the guy who started software. So it seems appropriate to try cat. So let's see what happens with cat. Now, you will notice something interesting when we take a look at this demo, which is a cat scan. And one of the reasons that shows up is this is crowdsourced video tagging, and so it's not perfect yet. And as we work to create a better video internet, one of the things that's important is actually contextual data about videos, making sure they're tagged in a way that's going to be meaningful for users. So actually, I think it's a good example to see that little cat scan piece in there with the cats. All right. Very good. I'll let this play while I wrap up, just because I'm a space buff. But here's an example for the keyword space. OK. So I'm really glad I could share this with you, by the way. This was a project I worked on many late nights till 2:30 in the morning. It was a great deal of fun. Now I have a different focus at AppNexus, but it's great to share it with you. Thank you very much.